Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to review Muppet Treasure Island, like I promised. The best part from this movie is having great actors like Tim Curry, playing Oz. Yep, just to make sure I don't get copyrighted by playing the songs. First of all, I've been waiting to finally review this movie for a long time. I barely talk about Muppet movies. Basically the first one, and the other one was Muppets from Space. So yeah, I am very slow at talking about most of these movies. But this is one of the best Muppet movies from 1996. I looked it up. This film came out in 1996, alright. The best thing about this movie is the opening. Where there's like a bunch of Muppets singing. There's like an alligator, there's the monkey, and that thing that's like an octopus, which as a kid I didn't even see what that is. That's when I was watching on the thing, just tame mosquitoes and random tickies and other things, even snakes. And for opening, it's pretty cool. Damn. For an old 90s movie that's some hardcore opening. The pirate is Flint, and who murders his own crew. Oh, I have the treasure. This is one John Silver, who used to be Flint's first shipmate. And there's our other main characters, Rizzo the Rat as himself, Elfin Gunzo just playing himself, and there's the actor who plays Jim Hawkins, playing the legendary actor Kevin Horshope. So basically the movie is about how our favorite beloved Muppets and our main character Jim Hawkins have a big huge adventure he's been waiting for all this time. And they encounter like a blind pirate named Blind Pierre. And I gotta admit, he's my favorite hit Muppet in this movie because he's blind. Oh right, that's funny. Anyhow, after all that, Billy Bones was about to shoot him, but he heard a gunshot and gives him the black spot. And it's like the best reaction off screen you ever heard in a movie. So he tries to pack everything up, but he suffers a heart attack and tells Jim Hawkins that he has a treasure map inside the treasure, which is the whole time to find the legendary treasure of Captain Flint. And random pirates show up and start attacking them and try to find where the treasure map is. Where the lady, he tells Jim Hawkins to make his heroic escape. And after like a few funny slapsticks here and there, they make their escape and have no choice but to find the captain that's in sails. Cut to Fuzzy and the other characters. The Professor and Beaker. Exactly, that's their names. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Fuzzy Bear is running gang about his finger, about a star right on his finger. It's kind of cute that the Ryle gets old after a while. What he names Mr. Bimbo. Yep, they're out in a big huge adventure to find the treasure. And this is pretty much my favorite part from this movie, that they stay in the ship for the whole film. And here's our favorite actor, Long John Silver, played by the legendary, awesome actor himself, Tim Curry. Now, I gotta admit, and this is the reason why I have to review this movie, because Tim Curry is the coolest character in this film. It looks like he's having a great time. He doesn't mind talking to Muppets at all, and hangs out with Jim Hawkins like a son he never had. Oh yeah, they did say, beware the one-legged man, which is obviously him. Oh yeah, that's Polly, the lobster. And it ain't gonna be the last time we see him in the Muppet series. He does appear in the Muppet Tonight Show, along with that good character right over here behind Samuel Eagle, Clueless, who's also my favorite character. And there comes the captain, who's obviously Kermit the Frog, plays Captain Smallies. There's Sweetums, that's also my favorite character. But we're going to cut to the chase here, because we don't want to make this review to go on longer. Now I'm going to say all the Muppets they created so far are the coolest parts of this movie. They're meant for little kids. They're pretty interesting. And here Jim Hawkins singing is also the greatest part. Also, I love this roll call of these names to these characters. Yeesh. You talk about, what's the word for it? Dead on set. I can come up with better jokes. And there's this. Yep, that's her only appearance in this movie. Oh yeah, there's like this other scene where Kermit the Frog is in love with Angelina, aka Miss Piggy. And these other pirates tried to torture our heroes, Lizzo and Gonzo, trying to find where the map is at. Also, this is the first time we actually see Muppets actually blink. Yeah, they actually blink in this movie. They usually leave their eyes open all the time. Isn't that amazing? Oh yeah, there's like this Captain Fever scene, which is also the best part, or just to add the movie's running time. While that's happening, the other pirates on John Silver is still planning to throw over the captain and tell Samuel Arrow about the problem. And the mistakes of the ship cloning and broken. So he gets him the keys. He's in tells him that the captain has gone overboard, which is blown, and also has his hat, and they are praying, thinking he's gone. And they got the map. We see our other characters enjoying some apples, and Jim Hoggins joins in, and they overhear about Long John Silver's evil plan and to the explosive cat and Florence. Oh yeah, and there's those two guys, Hart and Garf, the old people, are running gags of this movie too, and being trapped inside of the front of the ship while making jokes. I love the favorite line. He says, "See the world, you says. Now we're stuck here in front of this stupid ship. Well, could be worse. We would have been stuck with the onions. Oh, ho, 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 ho." I love that part. Anyhow. Oh, they are about to set sail on a boat on John Silver and his gang, and the pirates are about to head to land, and he dropped his cane there and tricked Jim Hoggins to hand it over to him and brings him on board, capturing him. Oh yeah, these guys playing music too. And I gotta admit, this is also one of my favorite parts of this movie scene. That Tim Curry does his best impression in the scene, being the leader of all the pirates, without getting copyrighted of the song. It's the coolest part of this entire film. I love it when and some of these pirates get their own songs, and it's actually one of my favorite parts of the film. Have Tim Curry being his pure awesomeness. It makes me wish that Tim Curry would be in, like, well, basically my own animated movie I was planning to do with him being a TV show called It's a Way Wild and Crazy Jungle Out There, where he should play a vampire character, which I name Casoyawa. It's in my head somewhere, but that would be pretty cool if he would play a vampire. Anyhow, on John Silver also planned it, and his other part of his crew to take over his ship, and the other pirates timing up our main characters. There's as well. And Jim Hoggins had no choice but to hand over her item to know where the Captain Flint is at. And these other Kermit and his friends get captured by the native pigs. And then they find where the treasure is at. And they see who Boom Chicaka is. And it's obviously Miss Piggy, who's the leader of all the natives. That's still funny. Oh yeah, there's these rat characters that are on the detour of this movie scene, where we just add the movie's running time. And they realize that treasure chests are empty, and they are forced to try and murder Long John Silver. And he tells Jim Hoggins to run for his life, since he does like him as a son. So lucky when Jim Hoggins saves them. That's also funny. Anyhow, they give him the black spot, and Long John Silver was not pleased about this. He says that he really shows him who's boss. He's really the coolest character in this entire movie. That's the reason why he is more better beneath them. He dares them to think he's beneath them, and they forgive him and want to tie him and find the treasure. And luckily, they find Sam, Earl is all right. Miss Piggy starts whining, which is kind of the main problem of this movie, that she just whines in this one a little too much. And yeah. And that Kermit feels very sorry for what he has done to her. And now she's in love with Long John Silver. But he tries to convince her to know where the treasure is at. After a bit of this scene of him using his gun on his top side, he forced a retreat and had no choice but to torture Kermit. Jim Hawkins and his friends, and help the others, and plans an idea by making him acting like he's a ghost. So our heroes, Trini Kerman, gets all tied up at the moment, and she had no choice but to tell them where the treasure is at her place, and they also get tied up. And I gotta admit, this scene did make me feel emotionally sad. I felt sorry for them, and they have a song called Love Let Us Hear, and the pirates enjoy all the treasure they finally wanted. Luckily, Kermit saves her just in time before she falls off the edge. Luckily, the others start catching them at the nets but miss, but luckily these guys grab them just in time, and we get to the big climax of the film, and seeing them fight the other pirates. Long John Silver and his crew, and it's the coolest part in movie history, seeing them fight them one by one. Even Sweenham and joins into the party. He loved them too. So there a big, huge, epic fight, and Kermit the Frog. And fighting Long John Silver is also the coolest part of the film too. But it didn't last long, where he gets slippery hands. Sword comes off his hand, and the others help, and defeated Long John Silver and locked up the other pirates. But he randomly has a key on him, and he was about to pull the trigger on Jim Hawkins, and he's about to blow the whistle, but he can't do it, and he does like him. It's like a son he never had, so he gets away with the treasure. But unfortunately, the boat that he rides in is very unsafe, so he's forced to live on the island for the rest of his days, while they go out on the big, huge sailor adventures. And that was Muppet Treasure Island. My thoughts about this movie? It's pretty great. It's funny, it's stupendous, it was exciting, it made me laugh all the way through the entire film. I am glad to review this one. Sure, I'm skipping like ahead of a few of the other Muppet movies I just talked about. I pretty much talked about the first Muppet movie, and I think I did the Great Muppet Caper, Muppets from Space. So this is like basically the fourth Muppet movie I had to talk about. They're just, well, they're still their own thing, basically being funny Muppet characters since the 70s. They're still funny, they're still, oh great, they're still stupendous. It sure has like a few flaws here and there. Or if the rats keep on having too much screen time, I'd just cut them out in, let's say, the movie's running time, but still, it's not that bad. It's decent, it's practically perfect, and one of the greatest Muppet films. I used to watch a lot more as a kid back then, and I still watch it every year. Or since it does count as a Disney movie nowadays, if they do a few Muppet movies. But someday I'll talk about Muppets Most Wanted. For now, I will talk about the other ones pretty soon as possible. So I am so happy to review the Muppets Treasure Island. It has some great songs. It had like great storyline that's plain and simple. You just had to have adventures. And fun fact, there was actually a Muppet Treasure Island PC game, which I don't have the connection to that game, but I won't be playing that anytime soon. So I give Muppet Treasure Island a solid 8 out of 10. It's still pretty great to this very day, because I love Muppets. Thank you all for watching. This is the shortest review I have to do in nearly 23 minutes of me talking about the whole film. Still, I love talking about old movies that are done 20 years ago. Amazing backgrounds and soundtrack. See ya.